Hello students. So today our new topic is chemical kinetics. So what is chemical kinetics? The branch of chemistry which deal with the study of reaction rate and their mechanism is called chemical kinetics. Branch of chemistry that deal with the reaction rate, study of reaction rate and their mechanism by which reaction is forming is called chemical kinetics. So thermodynamics tells us about the feasibility of the reaction, whereas chemical kinetics deal with the study of reaction rate and their mechanism. Thermodynamics tell us about the feasibility of reaction, that is, reaction is feasible or not, and chemical kinetics deals with the study of reaction rate and their mechanism. You know that many of the reaction occurring at various rate and their mechanism is also occurring between them. So how the reaction is taking place and what's the mechanism behind this, that is the study of chemical kinetics. Reaction can be categorized into three types, that is very slow, very fast and moderate reaction. Such that some reaction is very slow in nature, like rusting of iron, and very fast like ionic reaction are very fast in nature, and some of the reaction are moderate in nature, that is neither too fast neither too slow. So in this chapter we will study about the moderate reaction, because it can be studied easily, by which the reaction rate takes place and their mechanism. Now what's the rate of reaction? Rate of reaction can be said that change in the molar concentration of reactant or product per unit time. Means suppose reactant react to form product, and in this at which rate the reaction is occurring, that is the change in the molar concentration. Here molar concentration is something and here molar concentration is something different. So change in the molar concentration of reactant or product per unit time, at which time the reactant and product are forming, that is the rate of reaction. Here you can see that change in reactant is denoted by minus sign, because it is occurring in the left side and reactant is decreasing, so it is denoted by negative sign. And here product is denoted by positive sign, because product is forming, means it is increasing, so change in the product upon time. Now types of reaction. So how many types of reaction? That is, first category is average rate of reaction. So what's the average rate of reaction? Rate over a long time interval, means rate is occurring over a long time interval, that is denoted by R average is equal to change in the reactant concentration by change in the time taken, and here product, change in the product divided by change in the time at which time product is forming. Now next category is instantaneous rate of reaction, that is the rate of reaction that occur instantaneous, means rate occur at particular instant of time, means quickly. So that is denoted by R instantaneous is equal to minus dr, that is smaller change is there, so it is denoted by minus differential R divided by dt, and here plus dp product by dt. Here d is denoted by smaller change in the reactant or product. So that's the instantaneous rate of reaction. Now next is the unit of rate of reaction. Here it is clear that unit of rate are concentration per time, as we have studied that rate is denoted by change in concentration upon time. So concentration is in mole per liter inverse and time is in second. Then unit will be mole per liter inverse per second. And in gaseous reaction expressed as in term of partial pressure, then unit of rate equation will be atmosphere per second. Here unit changed from mole to atmosphere per second. Now next is the factor affecting rate of reaction. So what's the factor affecting the rate of reaction? First one is the concentration of reactant. That is, greater the concentration of reactant, faster is the reaction. Second is the nature of the reactant. It also depends upon the nature of reactant, as how many energy required to break the bond. So it is also depend on the rate of reaction. Third is the temperature. Means the rate of reaction increases with increase in the temperature. Means if you increase the rate temperature of the reactant, the rate of reaction is increases. Suppose you take sugar solution to dissolve the whole solution. If we increase the temperature, then the reaction takes place more quickly due to increase in the temperature. That is, it dissolves very fast. So that means the rate of reaction increases. Next is the presence of catalyst. A catalyst increases the speed of reaction without itself consumed in reversible reaction as catalyst. In chemistry, you study about the catalyst that play very important role in various reaction. A catalyst increases the speed of reaction without itself consumed. Means this alter the rate of reaction and move fast due to the presence of the catalyst without itself consumed. In reversible reaction, a catalyst helps to attain equilibrium without disturbing equilibrium. That is the characteristics of catalyst. Next point is the surface area of reactant. Here, for example, smaller the particle size, greater is the surface area and faster is the reaction. Means more the smaller size of the particle, greater is the surface area and faster is the reaction. Next is the presence of radiation. Some reaction do not take place in dark but take place in presence of sunlight. Such reaction are photochemical reaction that occur in the presence of the light, such as, it's very simple example like photosynthesis that occur in the presence of sunlight. Now next is the rate law. Rate law represented as A plus B, that is formed to product, and it is represented as rate is equal to K, and that is molar concentration of reactant of both the reactant, that is A and B, raised to the power of stoichiometric coefficient, that is, which stoichiometric coefficient is there, that is taken as power. So this is the rate expression where A and B are actual concentration terms. So you can say that rate is said to be the representation of molar concentration of the reacting species raised to the stoichiometric coefficient, and here K is the rate constant. Now what's the rate constant? It is equal to the rate of reaction when the concentration of each reactant is unity. Rate of reaction when concentration of reactant is unity. It is also called specific reaction rate or velocity constant. Or you can say that velocity constant or specific reaction rate, it depends upon the temperature. Now next is the order of reaction. So what's the order of reaction? Sum of power of concentration term in rate law expression, it is determined experimentally. That is sum of the power of the concentration term. That is, here reactant A and B react to form product. So here order taken as alpha plus beta, as rate determined that constant and molar concentration of reactant, both the reactant. Here alpha beta is concentration of the reactant, concentration term. So order is equal to concentration term of both the reactant, that is alpha plus beta. So it can be 0, order can be 0, it can be fractional, and it can be explained for complex reaction. It can be 0 and fractional and explained for complex reaction. Next is the molecularity of reaction. Here what's the molecularity? Number of molecule of reactant taking part in elementary reaction. It can be 1, 2, 3 but neither be 0 nor fractional. As you see that order can be 0 or fractional, and here in molecularity can neither be 0 nor fractional. It can be 1, 2, 3. So what's the molecularity? Number of molecule reacting or participating in elementary reaction. It has no meaning of complex reaction. Next is the unit of rate constant. So how it is denoted? K is equal to, rate constant is denoted by K is equal to mole 1 minus N and L N minus 1 per second, S minus 1. Here N is the number of order. Here for 0 order N is equal to 0. So unit of K is equal to mole 1 minus N, means 1 minus 0. N is taken as 0 and L 0 minus 1 and per second. So after calculating, putting the value 0, it become mole 1 per liter, L minus 1 per second. That is the unit of 0 order. Now in first order again we put the value and it become per second. And in second order, when N is equal to 2, unit of rate constant, that is mole inverse liter per second. So this is the trick how to calculate the rate constant, by putting the value in this formula, mole 1 minus N, L N minus 1 S inverse. So you can learn like this: 1 minus n and just opposite, n minus 1. So first we take opposite 1 minus n, then again n minus 1. You can learn like this. Now first one is zero order reaction, means the rate does not depend upon the concentration of any reactant, that is zero order reaction. You can learn that here zero means no rate does not depend on concentration. Here rate is equal to minus dr by dt or kt r0 minus r. R0 is initial rate and final rate, or in half life term T half is equal to R naught upon 2K. This is the representation of zero order reaction. Now what's the graph of zero order? If we plot graph between rate versus concentration, then concentration is independent, so straight line is forming, that is parallel to concentration. Rate changes but concentration does not change. Now if we plot graph of concentration versus time, here concentration is decreases, so straight slope is there, that is concentration is decreasing. Of concentration versus time, this is very important graph, so you have to remember like this. Suppose in if we plot graph of half life versus initial concentration, T half versus initial concentration, straight line is formed, means initial concentration is directly depend on half life time, or you can say directly proportional, so both are increasing. Now next is the first order reaction. Here rate depend upon one concentration terms. First means 1 concentration term of reactant. Here formula is K is equal to 2.303 upon T log A upon A minus X. A is the initial concentration and A minus X is the final concentration. And here T half value is 0.693 upon K. So you have to remember the first order reaction formula. In terms of pressure, K is equal to 2.303 upon T log Pi upon 2 Pi minus Pt. So Pi is the initial pressure and Pt is the final pressure. So this is the formula in terms of pressure of first order reaction. If we plot graph between rate versus concentration, rate is directly proportional to concentration, that is straight slope is forming. Both are increasing, rate is increasing and concentration is also increasing. Now in case of integrated rate equation, log A in terms of log A and versus time, then there is decreasing slope is there, that is reactant is decreasing with time in first order reaction. Next graph is between half life and initial concentration. In half life time is changes but initial concentration remains the same. So this is you have to learn. In half life straight slope is there between T half and initial concentration. So these are all the first order graph. Now next is the pseudo first order. Pseudo means that is not true. So those reaction which are not truly of first order but under certain condition become of first order. That is not first order but under certain condition it adopt to first order, or you can say it becomes first order. It is generally bimolecular reaction, depends only on one concentration, that is their value is small. Because it is first order, so its value depend on one concentration, that is also its value is very small, that is negligible in nature. Now example of pseudo first order is inversion of sugar. Here sugar is in a small amount, C12H22O11 plus water. Water is in large amount. Sugar react with water to form glucose, 2 mole of glucose. So rate is depend on concentration of sugar, that is present only in small amount. So this is example of pseudo first order. Now next is the very important topic, Arrhenius equation. So what's the Arrhenius equation? K is equal to AE minus EA by RT. So here minus EA is what? Activation energy, and A is pre-exponential factor, K is rate constant, T is temperature. So this is the formula, ln, or you can say ln K is equal to ln A minus EA by RT. So if we plot graph between ln K versus 1 by T, you take this equation. Here straight decreasing slope is there with respect to ln K. So this slope is equal to EA minus R, that is activation energy, and here intercept is ln A. So straight slope, that is decreasing between ln K and 1 by T. So this is the plot between ln K versus 1 by T, or you can say Arrhenius equation. Here the plot says that it has been found that after increasing the temperature or decreasing the activation energy result in the increase in the rate of reaction. Means lesser will be activation energy of activation, more will be the rate of reaction, because less amount of energy of activation is needed to start the reaction. So rate of reaction automatically increases. And here is the integrated form of Arrhenius equation. Log K2 by K1 is equal to EA upon 2.303 R bracket T2 minus T1 upon T1 T2. That is integrated form of Arrhenius equation. Now next is the collision theory. Here what's the collision theory? The number of collision between the reacting molecule taking place per second per unit volume is known as collision frequency. That is rate is equal to P Z AB E minus EA by RT. So collision frequency represented by this, and here P denote the probability factor or steric factor, ZAB represent the collision frequency for reactant molecule A and B. Suppose the reaction takes place between two reactants, some formed a new bond, that is, some is effective collision and another is ineffective collision. So in effective collision, you study about the collision theory that result to formation of probability or steric factor. So this is the formula of collision frequency. Now our next topic is role of catalyst. So what's catalyst do? A chemical substance which alter the rate of reaction without undergoing any chemical change in itself. That is not changing within itself, but alter the rate of reaction or increases the rate of reaction. That is the role of catalyst. So how it work? By providing a new shortcut path with lower the energy of activation, that is activation energy. If energy of activation lower, then reaction become the faster, rate of reaction become faster, as you have read in Arrhenius equation. Now if we plot graph between potential energy and reaction coordinate, here reactant and product is formed. Here reactant react to form product by making intermediate. This is intermediate. So you see that reactant without the catalyst increases the energy of activation and lower the rate of reaction. Energy of activation without the catalyst, here this is the path, that is long path is there. Now with the help of catalyst, reactant decreases the energy of activation. Here energy of activation decreases, that is slower path resulting to formation of product. So here path decreases. So energy of activation with catalyst, path decreases, and energy of activation without catalyst, path increases. So this is the effect of the catalyst. Means catalyst play a vital role by providing lower the energy of activation and forming the product. You can say faster will be the formation of product by increasing rate of reaction. So this is the role of catalyst, and the chemical kinetics chapter, whole chapter is there. Now this is one short video of chemical kinetics that containing important point. If you have any query regarding the topic, you can ask me in comment section. Hope you like the video. For quick revision, share with your friends, and thank you for watching.